Imagine this. You wake up, check your phone, scroll for 10 minutes, watch one video, click another, search something, order food. Congratulations! You just generated hundreds of data points before brushing your teeth. Now, here's the scary part. Some companies understand you better than your fans do. How? Data. Today, we're answering two simple questions. What is data? And why is it one of the most valuable things in the world? Let's break it down. At its simplest, data is raw information about something. That's it. Numbers, text, clicks, images, locations, transactions, sensor readings. If it describes something that happened, is happening, or could happen, it's data. Examples: 29 degrees, temperature data. User clicked by, behavioral data. $250, transaction data. 500 views, engagement data. Data by itself doesn't mean much. It's just raw material. Think of data like ingredients in a kitchen. Flour alone, not impressive. Eggs, still boring. Sugar, okay, better. But mix them, bake them, and structure. Now you have cake. Raw ingredients equals data. Organized recipe equals information. Knowing when to bake longer equals knowledge. And that's where value starts. Let's take this one step further. Imagine you see a set of numbers like this: 27, 29, 31, 35, 40 by themselves. They're just numbers. That's data. Now, suppose someone tells you those numbers represent the temperature over the past few days. Suddenly, you notice something. The temperature is rising every day. Now, it has meaning. That's information. But let's go one step further. If you realize this trend means a heat wave is coming and you decide to warn customers or prepare your system for higher demand, now you're using that information to make a decision. That's knowledge. See the evolution? Data becomes information when it's organized, and information becomes knowledge when it drives a decision. A lot of beginners stop at data, it's just numbers. But the real power of number isn't the numbers themselves. It's what you do with them. Now let's talk about why this matters so much. Because this is where things start involving serious money. Companies like Amazon, Netflix, and Google don't make decisions based on guesses. They measure everything. Every click, every pause, every scroll, every purchase. Netflix knows when you pause a movie. Amazon knows what you almost bought but didn't. Google knows what millions of people search for every minute. Why do they collect all this data? Because data reduces uncertainty and it's business. Uncertainty is expensive. Imagine you're launching a new product. You have two options. Option A, I feel like people are going to like this. Option B, based on 2 million user interactions, 63% of people prefer this version. Which one sounds safer? That's the power of data. Data transforms opinions into evidence, assumptions into measurable metrics, and guesses into strategy. And in the business world, that difference can be worth millions. Now, let's talk about something everyone is excited about right now: artificial intelligence, machine learning, recommendation systems, fraud detections, chatbots. All of these technologies have something in common. They don't run on magic, they run on patterns, and patterns come from data. If you want to train a machine learning model to detect fraud, for example, you need thousands, sometimes millions of past transactions. The model studies those transactions and learns what normal behavior looks like and what suspicious behaviors look like. No data means no patterns, and without patterns, there's nothing for the model to learn. That's why data is the foundation of machine learning. Before the algorithm, before the neural networks, there's data. You've probably heard the phrase data is new oil, and in some ways that's true. But data might actually be even more powerful than oil. Think about oil. You extract it, use it, and then it's gone. Data works differently. You collect it, you refine it, you analyze it, and reuse it. And you can combine it with other data to discover new insights. The more you refine data, the more valuable it becomes. Raw data by itself it's cheap, but the insights you extract from it, those can be extremely valuable. So why should you care about any of this? Because if you want to work in technology, especially in fields like data engineering, data science, machine learning, or analytics, you're going to be working with data every day. Before learning Python, before learning SQL, before building machine learning models, you need to understand the thing all those tools are built around: data. Modern decisions in business, technology, and even science are increasingly driven by data, and the people who understand how to work with data have a huge advantage. So the next time you click something, scroll through an app, watch a video, or buy something online, remember this: you're not just using technology, you're feeding it. Every interaction creates data, and somewhere systems are analyzing that data to understand patterns, predict behavior, and make decisions. Now, I'm curious about something. When did you first realize that data is everywhere? Let me know in the comments. And if you'd like the next video to dive deeper into how data actually moves inside company, from raw logs all the way to dashboards, tell me as well, because that's where things start getting really interesting. See you in the next one.